Next on Pulses 2.0, the Black MAPTE, Pigeon Pea and Mung Bean Global Outlook. The Government of India continues to delay the issuance of import permits for tur and green mung beans. What is behind this delay and what will happen with millers who have already paid their application fees? This also raises the questions as to what determines government policy in India and if announcements are made before any thought is given to implementation. And with Kharif sowing nearly wrapped up, what is expected in terms of production? In Argentina, meanwhile, the marketing year is well underway. What green mung bean inventories remain? And what are the expectations from now till the next harvest? Which markets have been the most active buyers and have new markets emerged? Or in Africa, does Mozambique have sufficient pigeon pea and green mung bean stocks to fill the quota they receive from the Government of India? And is the quota allocation system there transparent and fair for exporters? Is the Government of India likely to continue this arrangement? And why was Mozambique singled out? In Tanzania, many Indian buyers procured pigeon peas in advance. But if the Indian miller quota is not issued soon, what will become of those investments? Will the market drop to the same level seen 2 to 3 years ago? Tune in to the Black MAPTE, Pigeon Pea and Mung session of Pulses 2.0 and get the answers to these and other questions from a panel of knowledgeable industry insiders led by moderator and analyst Sunil Patwari of Seasons Overseas Group, Alok Bhargav of Prarambh Agri Trading, David Liu of Agrich Busan, Faisal Anis Majid of Bombay's Group, Martin Lazarao of Alisoft SA, Shyam Narsaria of RV International, Vivek Agarwal of JLV Agro, representing India. Ladies and gentlemen, the Black MAPTE, Pigeon Pea and Mung Bean Global Outlook, next on Pulses 2.0.
Good evening, everybody. So here we are again in an interesting panel of Black MAPTE, green mung bean and pigeon peas. You must have heard our webinar which we did about a couple of months back, updating you what's happening in the various commodities, the 3 commodities. And here we are again in GPC Virtual 2.0 to share the updates, what is going on currently. So I would quickly like to introduce my panel to you. And we have the same panel what you have seen last time, but I'll still do a quick introduction. And presentation will be available later on the website once the convention is over. So among the panelists, we have Vivek Agarwal from India, JLV Agro India, representing India. And he has got 15 years experience into commodity trading. He run his own brokerage house and a very well connected and informative person on the Indian market, and shares a lot of information, time to time updates, and very punctual in updating all the updates from Indian markets. Shyam Narsaria, a very well known person as far as Myanmar is concerned. He is known everywhere, but he would be a Myanmar specialist. And around 2 decades since I know him and since he has been in Myanmar. Chartered accountant by professional, commodity trader, and a lot of qualities. And again, he is one guy who knows in and out of Myanmar. If I have to look for one person who knows everything about Myanmar, you want to talk about food, you want to talk about pulses, you want to talk about country, it's Shyam Narsaria. The first person come to my mind who is all in, full package is Shyam. So we are happy to have him with us. And the next one is Alok Bhargav, again, very experienced person who has been based out of Africa at times and now based out of Dubai. And he's running his own company. In past, he has been representing various large companies with different portfolios, currently based out of Dubai and representing Prarambh Agri. He's owner of Prarambh Agri and he's representing Africa. So he has been physically present in Africa a few years and he knows Africa very well. As far as I know, he has got very good knowledge of Africa, and he would be giving us the full brief about Africa. So Alok will be giving us various information related to Africa. The next we have is Martin. Martin is our South American specialist. I would say very close to a samba country. Brazil and South America is known for various samba dances. So whenever we go, we expect that there are some good, interesting, programs around. So Martin is again a bachelor degree of law, started working as a broker in a family company, and he's into pulses business over a decade. And he also represents Argentina Chamber of Commerce for pulses. So he'll be giving us a brief on Argentina market. The next is David. David is representing China. He's working with COFCO Heavy and almost 30 years since 1991. I think he would be one of the most experienced among all of us. And we are happy to have you with us, David, to be part of our panel. And we look forward to hear from you on the various commodities, what we are explaining today, what we are discussing today. Faisal Anis Majid from Bombay Group, representing Pakistan, and his company is a third generation company into agro commodities, into various commodities, pulses, rice, oilseed, wheat, sugar, and whatnot. He also represents our youth committee in GPC and is committee member of Pakistan Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce and General Secretary and Treasurer of Young Rice Exporter Association. So again, if you see overall, we have people with such a nice experience and various portfolios. So welcome everybody on board and for today. And before I pass to my various panelists, I would just like to bring some quick presentation on overall presentation. If you see from GPC, when we heard about the overall current situation on all these three commodities, the hot burning questions and topics, again, we'll come to that. Some of them are like India, Government of India announcing notifications about Turhole, GMB. Are they really going to issue import permits? They have given announcement, we don't know whether they're going to come or not. Or is it just for the sake of announcement, or are they really going to issue? MAPTE, they announced for the whole year, and then they reduce it to substantially, and still there are a lot of rumors that, okay, then MAPTE permits are going to get extended, but nobody knows. Again, the question is Indian market really driven by fundamentals? To me, no. It's all today driven by government policies. Government policy is the one which decides on the market, and we'll have the expert out of India, Vivek, who will maybe explain us more on this. For Argentina, again, for GMB, how much is the crop left? Is Argentina still in the market to do various commodity exports? For Africa, Mozambique, why only Mozambique get preference from India for pigeon peas? The quota, is it going to be get extended? Are they going to include other African countries? So again, it's Government of India policy. So what overall we feel is somehow the policies are not very clear, not very stable, which is dominating the market. As far as pigeon peas is concerned, in 2020, we have close to a production of 3.94 million tons. And for consumption wise, we are 4.4 million tons. So we'll go through various country-wise production and demand. So we feel there is a shortage, but again, it depends heavily on the quota which are going to come, and India is the main market for pigeon peas. Black MAPTE is the total production is 2.65 million ton, and the consumption is 2.67. And there's not much carryover. And this year, again, the crop, we don't know how good is the crop. So we have to wait and see how the markets are. It is heavily corrected. The markets are up, the price is going up. And we have to wait and see if, again, on the quotas, are they going to get extended and how the markets will be. Green mung bean, it is grown like maybe every second month there is a green mung crop. So it's difficult to get an estimate, but it's a very highly consumable crop everywhere. The demand is also increasing, the production also increasing. So this is what it is. So I wouldn't take much time, and I'll straight away hand over to Vivek to share over with us the various figures out of India. So I'll continue to keep the screen on, Vivek, and so you can use these figures. And if you don't want to share the screen, let me know, then I can discontinue sharing the screen. Over to you, Vivek.
Hi, everybody. Thanks to GPC to giving me the platform to present the figure and to represent the India. Whatever I understand about the pulses and the tour, GMB and Black MAPTE, I will share my view. Figure I think we have already in a presentation, so we don't, I personally feel that whenever we put in the GPC website, everybody get the figure. So let's talk about Sunilji, you keep the figure in the front of the computers and I will try to explain what I think from my perspective. So I think I am audible, everyone, right? Yeah. The main burning question right now is government is going to give the quota or not. This is the most important thing. And second thing is, what about the Black MAPTE extension? Both things, especially on the pigeon piece, I think if government issue the notification, they definitely open the quota. It's about the time, what exactly they think, because now the rain continuously delay the crop. What we expect, the crop will become on November, but due to this heavy rain and next month we also see the figures come that rain will be going increase in some areas, which this pigeon peas areas. So that will be delay the crop. Now the price will be above MSP, and government are right now really happy that they are giving a price with the above MSP. They don't mind on that. But if the price continue rise from here, definitely they come with the notification. And what they earlier issue the quota, they already do all the basic formalities, verify the quota, and that is I think will be next first week of October. We will rest assured that when the government give me the quota and allot the quota. Second thing on the Black MAPTE extension, right now what I heard from the farmers and from the local mandis, the crop is a little bit less what the government assumed earlier. So government is watching very keen on that, very sharply, that what exactly happened in the Black MAPTE. Is there is requirement to extension? They are right now analyzing the current situation. The price is not concern for the Black MAPTE, and maybe government can revise the things to extend the quota in few months. It's not right now, because we have heard from last 2 weeks that there are coming lots of rumors coming that government is going to give extension, but there is no news. So I think government is now analyzing the situation. Is there is required to give extension or not? If the price is what exactly the consumer get price, and it's really hamper the middle class or lower class. So they are now analyzing the situation. So my point of view, government can revive the situation. As of now, they are not going to give extension. But if the price trend go more higher and higher, then definitely they think again this decision. The green mung beans, the price are really good enough, and I don't think the government is thinking about the green mung beans. Green mung beans, this crop coming from everywhere, some small places. So all around the year, there are so many areas the crop coming here. So the same thing when they give the quota for tour, they come with the green mung beans. Green mung beans is not really concern for the government right now. Over to you, Sunilji.
Yep. Thank you, Vivek, for your presentation and figures. So what we'll do is maybe We see one name. Okay, so we'll try to get in for question answer. I'll come back later to you, Vivek. So I'll go straight to Africa first, and maybe Alok, you can give us update on this one, on the African markets. Alok ji.
Thank you, Sunil ji, and good afternoon, everybody. And thanks GPC for giving opportunity and such a platform. I will just update you the latest situation in Africa. As far as Mung is concerned, most of the crop in Africa is over. If you could say Tanzania, right now there is no crop going on. Tanzania, we had around approximately 40,000 ton of crop. In Mozambique, we have around 28 to 30,000 ton of crop. Malawi, we have seen a very small crop. Now the new crop in this year, we will see only Ethiopia maybe in November and December. Rest, all the crops we expect, like Tanzania will start in Feb, then Mozambique will start in March, and then Kenya will start in January. So as far as Africa is concerned, green mung, we are not seeing any current crop, and we will not see any crop in next 1 month or so. And as far as the stocks are concerned, in Mozambique, most of the people have, they have offloaded their stock. They have used ICM and they have shipped to India. And there is very less stock available in Kenya. And in the last 3 weeks, we have seen Pakistan market suddenly going up. So most of the people who were holding against license in Africa, they have even tried to sell to Pakistan and come out of their position. So that is what happening in Mung. And now as far as Tuar is concerned, we have currently the crop going on in Tanzania. We have currently crop going on in Mozambique and Malawi. We expect in Tanzania this year will be it will be a good crop, up to 80,000 ton we are expecting from there. Kenya will be around 15,000 ton, and Mozambique we see a crop of around 150,000 ton. And then we have Sudan also currently where the crop is going on, and Ethiopia is very little, 2,000 ton, which is not under actually is very less quantity over there. And as far as ICM is concerned, the ICM people are shipping out pigeon peas as they are getting. And the arrival in Mozambique was not so big. It was, in August, in September, it started with somewhat wet cargo. So people are still drying, but of course, some of the shipments have already been taken place. And as far as Tanzania or Kenya or other places are concerned, people are holding the stock against the license, against the quota. So the prime thing in Africa is that other than Mozambique, all the countries are waiting for the license. And if the license is not issued, then Mung, of course, there are other buys like Dubai or like Bangladesh or like Pakistan. In Tuar, I think Africa is not very sure if license doesn't come, then what will happen. And the second most worrisome for Africa is the transit time, because if government announced the quota and if they put a date that, okay, it has to come before 30th November or something like that, then Africa will definitely is looking for a problem, because transit time from Mozambique is, or for Malawi cargo, Tanzania will be okay because Tanzania transit time is still remains 20 to 25 days. But if you look at, the southern part, Mozambique, it is still 45, 55, even 60 days transit time we have seen. So this is the main concern we are seeing in Africa. Number one, for the quota, because nobody is sure when quota will come. And then number two, if quota comes with the date, then there is another problem of the cargo reaching before that date. So this is what I feel the update is from my side, Sunilji.
Yeah, so if you see overall in most of the countries, things are rotating around quota. If quota is coming, then business is happening. If quota is not coming, so it's not like a very straightforward trade, which we used to do earlier, where buyers, sellers can do.
Because the reason is, for Tuar, there is no other market than India. If it goes to Pakistan, it goes as a feed, which is only $200 or $220. So it doesn't work out there. So the second market, if there is no second market, then you have to rely on quota. So that's the main problem. Mozambique, yes, because they have ICM quota and under MOU. So Mozambique is the only country, which is very, very free. They don't have any tension right now.
Okay. I'll come back to you again, Alokji, for question answer. I just want to do a round of these panels first.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you, Alokji.
Thank you.
So we go to Shyam from Myanmar. Can you share the current, the stocks, carryovers, and your overall view on Myanmar on Tuar, Mung and Mape? Shyam, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Sunil. You rightly pointed out in the beginning that the current market is not governed by the fundamentals. It is governed by the government policies. There have been so many changes in the government policies month to month, and both the Myanmar farmers, Myanmar traders, and even the Indian buyers, they all are confused. Mr. Vivek also just now mentioned that there is no extension of Black MAPTE licenses. It might come maybe 1 or 2 months later after the government review the situation of the Indian production. But here in Myanmar, the market is up $200 per metric ton in the last 2 weeks. Well, I start with the production and these figures. Start with Tur Hole first. The current year production for Tur Hole is 175,000 metric ton. And the carryover is 80,000 metric ton, which is of 2019. But the crop is 2017, 18, and 19, this carryover. So the total available quantity is 2.55 lakh metric ton. There has been no quota this year for Tur Hole. All the Myanmar farmers and traders are waiting for the Indian quota. Indian government announced the quota for 4 lakh metric ton in April, but it is now September, and till now the Indian millers have not got the license. So we are still waiting when the quota is issued, because the new crop is expected to arrive in December, coming December. It's just 2 to 3 months away, and which is also not very big crop. Maybe we can expect somewhere around 200,000 tons for Tur Hole, because normally the Tur Hole production is around 300,000 tons per annum. But because of the price in Myanmar, which is somewhere around 550 level, you can say on an average for the past 9 months, because of this discouraging price, the production, the sowing, is not very great. So we are expecting maximum 200,000 metric ton. So seeing the current crop past carryover, current crop to 250,000 we have, plus new crop which is expected in December. It will start in December and it will full-fledged, it will come in 2021 January and February. We don't have very big quantity left, which even for the new crop Myanmar side can carry over for the new quota which is expected in 2021. So Tur Hole price is dependent 100% on Indian allotment of licenses, which is expected, I think, very soon. Maybe I personally feel we can expect on October, somewhere in October mid. So coming back to Black MAPTE, which is very important crop, very everybody is eyeing on Black MAPTE, because Myanmar is the only country which exports Black MAPTE. As we have seen that India is expecting a crop of 2.1 million metric ton as per the government data. But as per the data provided by the traders and the different research team, they are expecting 1.3 million ton. So there is a wide gap between the government figures and the market figures. So well, we have to wait till the harvest have just started. So we cannot comment much. We have to rely on government figure. But coming to Myanmar figure, Myanmar exported Black MAPTE early in 2020 for the past year quota, and also for the current year quota, though the window was very less. It was just for 2 months. but still Myanmar has managed to export somewhere around 350,000 metric tons of black MAPTE. But still Myanmar have 300,000 black MAPTE in hand. The Indian buyer should not forget Myanmar still have 300,000 metric tons, and in the current scenario where the price is somewhere for the FAQ variety which is around $850 and SQ variety which is around $975, this is very good price. If India goes up further, say India buys somewhere $100 plus 900, 950 level, Myanmar will be happy to supply. The current logistics capacity of Myanmar is not more than 75,000 metric ton per month. So even if the Myanmar exports from the current stock, 300,000 tons will take around 4 months to export. Now we can start from October, November, December and January. 4 months, if Myanmar export in full capacity, the black MAPTE will last. Then again, the new crop of black MAPTE is coming on February 2021. Seeing the current price, means anywhere if the price is more than $700, we can expect a very good sowing. And the current price, like today we are in end September, the sowing of black MAPTE starts somewhere in October end or November first week. So seeing the current price, if this price sustains, which I feel will sustain because the Indian market is too much up, the production we can expect much more than 600,000 tons, which is the average for past say 5 years. So I somewhere expect if this price continues, Myanmar can even expect a surprise or maybe a bumper crop of maybe 700,000 tons. So I personally feel black MAPTE is short in India, but Myanmar is there to supply black MAPTE. We have enough stock, 300,000 tons. Current we have new crop which is must be over 600,000 tons, which is expected from February 2021. Now coming to green mung beans. Green mung beans, Myanmar is not much dependent on Indian market. The production is around 450,000 tons, and whatever is produced is exported, 100% exported. There is no much carry forward. Every like India, every 2 months there is a new green mung bean crop. Now we are in September, in October end we are expecting a Tangu Shiva, which will be around 50,000 tons. Then in December we'll expect some small variety of mungs, small size mungs, and also Anya Shiva. Then in February we will be expecting a big crop of Paddy Shiva, which will be around 300,000 tons over. So there will be a good flow of green mung bean in Myanmar market. And if the quota comes for green mung bean from India, I think this time Myanmar can supply a very good quantity, as next 3 to 4 months there will be a lot of green mung bean crops in Myanmar. That's it, Mr. Sunil.
Yeah, thank you, Shyam, for a very detailed information and very informative. Thank you so much. I'll come back for questions later, depend on how much time we are left. So I'll go to the next country presentation, China. So David, if you can give us the overall situation on China for the production, the exports and the carryover. Over to you, David.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
David, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. As I'm traveling in the production area and the rural area, maybe I don't know if the line is okay, but I can hear you clearly.
Absolutely.
For the China, yeah. Basically, for China, you know, as a presentation last time, but during the for China, I think we mostly focus on green mung beans. The green mung beans, we had a very bad crop this year just because of the harvest rain, which was brought by typhoon twice. Of course, there's no official figure of the how many percent of decrease of the production, but at least 20 to 30% in quantity. But the biggest problem is influence on the quality of the green mung beans. Because, China is mostly producing the high quality green mung beans for the sprouting market, both for domestic market and also for exporting market to Japan, Europe, and America, all over the world. So, but this year, because of the harvest rain, the quality of the green mung beans, is very, bad, comparing to much worse than we expected. So in this case, the price increased sharply for the high quality products, which is suitable for sprouting purpose. So for the commodity use, no problem, because China, because some of the high quality product quality getting worse and will go to the commodity market. And also China have so many resources of imports from all over the world. So the commodity market didn't have much change. And basically we can expect that green mung beans from Ethiopia, also maybe including some of the Uzbekistan green mung beans, which China can import officially, it will become much more popular in China in the future market, because some of the green mung beans there is suitable for making the sprouting. So this is the latest situation for the green mung beans market in China. Basically, the figure, I think it will keep the same as what we said last time.
Okay, David. So overall, because of rain, the crop is quite bad as per.
So yeah, the quality, quality was influenced much by the harvest rain. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, David. So I'll come back with the questions if time permits.
Otherwise, so that's why the good quality cargo is.
David, go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, I think all my what I want to say is like this: the latest changes for the green mung beans in China. I think for the other presentation, I think it's how to say not much more news for me from my side for Chinese green mung beans. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
So, Martin, to you, can you give us updates on the Argentinian market? Martin, over to you.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Sunil. It is a pleasure to be here with you again, sharing this panel with first-class panelists and moderator. And I am representing Argentina, the Argentine Chamber of Policies. So let's start with Argentina. Greetings to all of you from South America. The crop in Argentina took place by March. We are, if it is a football game, on the halftime after 6 months. And Argentina this year, we expected a good crop for export around 39,000 metric tons. And we have two options: either focus in India and expect and pray that quotas will be allowed, or diversify our markets and knock the world's door to try to open new market. I am proud to say Argentina go for the second option, and we have exported to more than 20 different destinations in every continent of the world. So in spite of quotas in India that were not granted for Argentina, and in spite that Argentina had a good crop to sell, I am happy to say that after 6 months, we are practically sold out. Still, there is some metric tons, some 1,000 metric tons left in Argentina, but the next crop is only by March 2021, and being in September, we are very, very close to the end. As mentioned, we have export to more than 20 different destinations, and our quality was very well received in the rest of the countries. The crop, as mentioned, was as predicted on our last presentation, around 39,000 metric tons, which were practically sold to the rest of the world. So in case of Argentina, I would say India was not so important, and in spite of course, that India is one of the biggest markets in the world, we did not focus this year in quotas in India, but we have focused on other different destinations, just to mention some of them: Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Canada, United Arab Emirates. So we are happy about our quantity this year, about our business done from Argentina, and about our quality, which was very well received by those destinations, traditional destinations and new destinations, which did repeat and buy from us for the whole year.
Martin, anything else you have to add on Argentina?
Well, the big news, as mentioned, is that in spite of a very good crop in terms of volume, after 6 months, Argentina is very limited now for volume, because most of the volume was already shipped out from Argentina. In spite of long transit time to destinations and everything, we managed to sold at good levels our production. So this, I would say, is the most relevant news from our side. The export figure is very clear, around 39, let's say 40,000 metric tons for export, and exports until today are around 38,000 metric tons. That's why we predict only 1,000 to 2,000 metric tons are left here until the next crop, which will take place in March 2021.
Okay, thank you, Martin. Thanks for the presentation, and we'll later do the question answers. And we go to Pakistan. Faisal, can you give a quick update on the Pakistan market, please?
Thank you very much, Sunilji, for giving us the opportunity to represent Pakistan. Thank you, everyone, for sharing different origins, especially Burma. From Pakistan, as you know, for black MAPTE, Pakistan is a regular importer. We consume about 90 to 95,000 tons of black MAPTE every year, out of which 60 to 65,000 tons is being imported from Burma, and 20 to 22,000 is being imported from our next door neighbors, Afghanistan, which is also called Kurmi. And we import a small quantity of about 5 to 6,000 tons from Thailand. And our local production is about only 8 to 10,000 tons, which is a total consumption portfolio. This year, we got the information today that the new crop from last year, September till this month, we have imported about 24,000 tons of Kurmi mash from Afghanistan. And if you see in the new crop of Burma, we imported about 30,500 metric tons from March till August this year in the last 6 months. And we expect that we'll be importing the similar quantity of 30,000 metric tons in the next 6 months as well. For green mung beans, every year Pakistan is not importing green mung bean every year. This time it has been a different situation. Our production is about 145,000 tons annually, and our consumption is about the same, about 150,000 tons or 55,000 tons. But this year, last year, our crop got damaged, and we expected that it would be a good crop, but we ended up importing green mung bean from different destinations, including Tanzania, Kenya, Dubai, Myanmar, Thailand, and Afghanistan as well. So on a total of last 6 months, from March till September this month, we imported about 24,000 metric tons of green mung beans from different destinations.
Yeah, Faisal. So I think figures are quite stable, except for more on the crop related, if there are certain damage and plus minus. But if you see I think the figures are more or less consistent for.
Yes, but due to recent rains, we are expecting that this year as well, Pakistan's crop for green mung bean has been delayed, and we are expecting that there will be damages in the crop, which we'll get to know in the next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Fazil. Thank you so much, Fazil, for the presentation. So other than this, we have certain presentations from other countries, but I'm not going to really spend much time. Australia, the productions this year, initially it was bad, then the rains were good, so production came out and they're exporting. But again, it's a very high value product there. Only the good quality ones are left. So there's nothing much. I think overall, they'll consume or export everything what they will have. So there won't be much carryover. And Argentina is sold out. Venezuela, Brazil almost getting sold out. So green mung, if you see the overall situation, looks like there's nothing much left in different markets. So there's very little which is left in different markets. I'll just go for quick questions. We have just 5 minutes before we can wind our this panel, and we go for question answer session. My first question will be to our Indian panelist, Vivek. There are two things which are coming to my mind, which I wanted to check. Like for permits, I understand DGFT has collected the charges, the application fees, and they're just sitting on it for so long. So what happens if they don't give? Will they refund, or are the importers asking them that you give us license or you refund us money? And I understand this is a huge sum of money, what they are sitting on application fees.
Yeah, Sunilji, as we said earlier, because government give the permission for the import, they definitely allot the quota. It's a matter of time. Government is analyzing the situation, where exactly they stand for right now. The price, if the price will rise again and again, and the rain cause a big damage, definitely they open the things. So there is sure, because they already issue the notification, the process will be done. So it's a matter of time. Government is seeing the situation very sharply and deeply to analyze the situation, and after that they issue the quota. So it's a matter of time, and quota definitely will become. I'm sure that.
But Vivek, it's time is essence, in everything. And if they give quota, and I don't know, somehow I always have certain frustration with Indian government policies and the thoughts, like, one fine day they feel they should import, and one fine day they feel they should export. This is the only country which is so erratic. If they have to give, they should give some timeline to start or stop. One fine night, I have a dream and I want to stop, I just stop. So we have been representing various bodies and we have been conveying this message. There has to be some very strong representation which we can tell to the government, okay, you do what you feel is appropriate for the farmers. We are there to support farmers, 100%. But come with some consistent policy with some timeline. Don't just come out today and say, oh, with effect from today midnight, everything stopped. Masoor, you saw, I don't want to discuss on it, but the policies are so erratic and looks like it is taking care of some individuals and not really farmers, which everybody keep talking that, okay, the policy is supporting farmers.
As you heard right now, the farm bill passed in session. Now government come with the open policy, and there is a new law in India that anybody can sell everywhere. Farmers are open to do. So things are changed now in India, and I agree on some point that there is some policy flux. Need some policy that will be at least for a year. But as you know, in 2015 there was a huge cartel and so many issues are there. So after that, government very key, very observing the situation, and they take call on immediately basis. I agree that they have to make a policy for a year and they don't have to interfere in quarterly or monthly. So I think after this session, which is passed in, I think yesterday, the president already signed the things. Now things will be changed and they come with the one policy for at least for the year, and they don't interfere in the market. For the pigeon piece, government will be very soon, near about 15th October or 20th October, they take call on that. They allow the import. Like MAPE, I little doubt they can, if the price will be go rise, then only they come with the extension. So yeah, government have to think that importer and the trader also depend upon the policy, and they take a bad hit if the policy are not, the policy are like every month it will change, then it will hamper the importer and the trader and all the chain. So I think IPGA and GPC and all the bodies have to write the government to concern the issues that they're hit by these policies. So you have to take certain steps and write to government to change the at least policy for a year, make a policy for a year, not for monthly basis.
Okay. So I'll just take one last question, and then we have to wind up because we are already 45 minutes, and then we'll do a question answer session. So Shyam, with current, like I think Myanmar came into COVID quite late. So now COVID has started in full-fledged. So do you see the logistic and loading part badly getting impacted with current situation in Myanmar?
Absolutely. Just now the situation in Myanmar, every day 1,000 cases coming in Yangon. So this is very shocking, and almost this is new to us, and we are like very much worried about the situation. For the time being, the government has put a complete lockdown until 7th of October, and after 7th of October they will review and give the fresh notification. But for the time being, everything is stopped. All the warehouses being closed, even no trucks are moving, no offices are working, just government offices are open, but not in 100% capacity. So definitely the trade for, you can say 1 month, it is totally stopped. So that is why I was saying, if even the Black MAPTE extension comes or Turhole quota comes, it will be very difficult for the first 15 days of October to initiate the export. That's it.
Yep. So I think I'll just wind up here before we start our question answer session. So I would like to thank all my panelists for a beautiful presentation, and we will take further on our question answer session. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to you, Randy.
Thank you.
Hi. So we have a couple of questions here. So I just want to make some correction in my presentation where I mentioned that Argentina is totally sold out. When I meant totally sold out means it's like a lot of quantity has already been exported. So there's a limited volume left, and there's still some volume, but yeah, very limited volume left. So my question to Martin from one of the audience is, Martin, what's the projected plantation for 2021 crop, and what are plantation conditions like at the moment? Over to you, Martin.
Thank you very much, Sunil, and thank you very much for the questions. It's still early for Argentina to predict about new crop. We still have 6 months to go for the new crop, so the farmers still have some time to decide what to do. The prices in Argentina this year were good, but on the other side, this decision to plant more or less would depend also on other prices for other goods. So I would say it's still early to predict a clear picture about what will happen in Argentina next year.
Okay, thank you, Martin. So next question is for you, Alok. This is from our Indian friend Parag Bhai from ETG. So what has been the reason for Africa crop to be below average, especially in Mozambique? with the current quota, as there have been ICM quota available to India? Are farmers switching to other crops?
Yeah, thank you, Sunilji. In East Africa and especially in Mozambique, the tuor crop is grown mainly for the export. It has not. They are consuming, but they are not consuming as much as they are exporting, and the farmers are not that big enough. The reason for of seeing the crop reduction or the production reduction is basically because they have seen a lot of fluctuation in 16, 17. Suddenly the restriction come, and those people, especially in East Africa, farmers was not knowing where to throw their goods out, and it was sold very cheap. Even if you look last year prices, the prices ranges between $500 to $550. The maximum which went was probably $600 in the last year. So it is not making that much sense for them to grow and it's not making them sustain to grow especially in Mozambique. And if you look, Mozambique and Malawi combined, the crop is always more than 200,000 tons, which is, in any case, it is more than what the ICM quota has been allocated to them. So that could be one of the reasons. And yes, the production in sesame seed, the production in soybean, production in maize has been increasing down there, especially in Mozambique.
Thank you, Alok. Means whichever platform I present, I strongly always recommend to the stakeholders, to the country, to the farmers, that they should not grow any crop which depend only on one country. If they do that, they are committing a suicide. We have seen that in past, and again strongly recommended. Even if we have ICM, means we don't believe how stable the policies are. Yeah. So it's always good for any country to grow and depend on different crop in different countries. So that is definitely considered very good. Thank you, Alokji. My next question is for Shyam. Shyam, how much is the average export to China cross-border for the mung beans? Is it only mung beans or any other pulses which goes cross-border?
It is mung beans around 180 to 200,000 tons. And there are some other commodities like black eye bean, red kidney beans, butter beans, yellow maize. So many things are going.
Okay, so that's the main reason. If you see, most of the time, the price-wise export parity is not there. It means whenever we ask exporters, they say that, oh, we are getting better price from China. So thanks to China to keep high price and give good margins to our Myanmar farmers. Thank you, Shyam. Vivek, this is for you. One of our audience have asked, Mr. Vivek, as per you, import permit will be issued in first week of October. I wish I could have also known that. So what is your opinion? And I want to add one more point to this, which keep coming to my mind. Are such policies really, it's so-called India say that we want to protect farmers. Are these really healthy to farmers or not? What is your opinion on that? Vivek. Vivek, you need to unmute.
Hi. Thank you, Sunilji. My perception is that government definitely give the quota. There is no doubt about that. But they, as I said earlier in presentation, that they are analyzing the situation. Maybe if they can open in October, they cannot give a long window. They can give maybe 1 month or 20 days. And as per the Shyam Bhai says, that there is always a shipment issue from the Burma and other places. So government can give the quota, either before harvest or after harvest, with the small window. So this is my first answer. Second, I think you asked for the farmers. Are they really benefited? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Government, you know that government have always in a dilemma, because one side they have to support the farmers, and second side they have a huge population to give a right price. So this is a very tough situation that they try to maintain so long time from 2015 till 2019. They always try to keep the price will be in a range bound. They don't want to be price will be manipulated or price will be go very high. Now, when the situation a little bit changes very fast, more rain, excess rain, drought, so things are changed and they change the policies accordingly. I think that now the MSPs increase and they try to give a good price to the farmers. They are doing the right job, as well as they are also try to keep giving a free food to the lower class and try to maintain what you say that a cap on high prices. So if you see the MSP price of pigeon peas is 61 and they will trade at 64, 65. I think this price will be go on the same level so long.
Vivek, generally, there is a competition between farmers or consumers. And of course, Indian government is more focused on farmers and they should be focused on farmers. But like as Shyam mentioned, in 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, markets are up by $200. That means you are not able to protect consumers. Why don't they just come out with some policies like they announced whatever quantity? Just give it, let people import and finish it off and let market be stable. Why do you need to announce for March and then prepone it for 2 months, 3 months? Why you need to announce a policy for Tuar Moong and then just don't give license? It creates more confusion and more instability. If they are coming with certain announcement, they have certain things in mind and they just let it be there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that, and I am sure that government is listening this conversation and they think on this point of view. When you announce something, you have to follow the basic rules. There are a lot of people dependent on the exports, the traders, the importers, the whole value chain. So I'm sure they will think on that and they will do some improvement on that. Not only announce the notification, just execute properly also.
Thanks, Vivek. Faisal, this is for you. Normally, we have been trading with Pakistan almost 20, 25 years. Yes. And people have been telling me that, when the meat price is much, much lower than the beans price, and people tend to shift to meat than to pulses. Now, it's over $1,000 for Pakistan. So do you think they will still continue consuming pulses then for gosht, or they will shift to meat and they'll import less on black mape? So what is your opinion on that?
As you know that currently the prices for black mape and other commodities are going up, and our local market, this black mape is being sold about 250 rupees a kg whole, and then you split it goes around 300 rupees a kg. And the same price is for the poultry. The poultry is 300 rupees a kg. So the consumer would be focusing more on the poultry side, because our poultry farmers are throwing away their chickens because they cannot afford the meal prices, they cannot afford to feed the chicken. So they are thinking of lowering the prices, and then it's a very difficult market for them as well to make a break even at their cost, and they have to throw away the chickens as they cannot breed them. So the market is pretty similar. If the prices will go down, the consumption pattern will definitely move back towards the pulses side. But if it continues to go up, consumption, the poor people will have the opportunity to have poultry instead of pulses.
Thank you, Faisal bhai. So I'll just take one last question or remark from Mr. Pradeep Gorpade. Mr. Patwari, from what we understand, a lot of pigeon peas area in Africa are moving to this, primarily because there is no import duty in most East African countries are in the LDC list, and India requirement for chickpeas due to PMGKAY scheme for free distribution. Yes, I totally agree, because Pradeepji, there are a lot of countries which are main is Australia, and Australia is restricted. So East African countries, they get advantage because of the duty-free treatment. Even Myanmar, they get advantage, but somehow Myanmar prices are very high. They consume locally and they export only mainly to Bangladesh because of the color. So East African, they get advantage, and gradually the crop will increase, and it should increase. As per me, as I mentioned, they should grow a crop which can be sold to many countries, not one country. So Tanzania This year I heard pigeon peas, the cost is $400, and internationally market are like $600-700 because there's no quota. So this country is not getting advantage as to Mozambique. So there are countries who get advantage. There are certain East African countries who don't get because of the quota system. So there has to be some transparency in the quota system so that most of the East African countries, which are so-called underdeveloped countries, should get some advantage out of it. And I think we don't have much time. I would just like to wrap out now. And I would like to thank certain people who has helped to contribute for my presentation other than my panelists. Without the preparation is done by me, but the figures are all supported by my panelists, and without their support, I cannot have such an updated figure. So thank you so much, all my panelists, for giving all the support all the while to me. And I would like to highlight 3 people who have assisted in certain figures, number who I've been sharing. Number 1 is Mr. Sunil Kumar Singh from NAFED, who have been really helpful in giving us figures and sharing the updates, what government side figures are, so that we can come out with some average numbers. So what we do now for India is we take government figures, we take market figures, and we average out. We don't want to be like having any ambiguous number or any doubtful numbers. Second is Peter from Australia, who helped us with Australian numbers. And the third is Fanny, who helped us with the Venezuela number. So next time we can have a more panelists and more people who can participate. We can bring in more countries. So these are the things. And secondly, yes, to GPC for putting such a fantastic effort for the panel which has come. And I would again appeal to all who are not here or the members to go and spread out the news. Tell people, friends, that GPC is one platform which can add a lot of values. Become member. $500 is nothing for what we can provide, what we can give, what we can do for the community to spread out. And we are member of so many Chamber of Commerce. We can spread our news to the government. So just spread to our friends to be part of our GPC, part of our member. And thank you, Randy, Kulden, the whole team under the leadership of our president, Cindy. And this is coming out so well. Means today is the first day and we are seeing it coming out so well. Thank you so much, everybody. Lovely day.
Thank you very much, Sunil, for setting this up.
You.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.